So why does Yasser Qadhi, an expert of the Quran, say that you can't just take a blank book and write down what Muhammad revealed? Because he knows that there are variants as well, and we can't trace those variants back to Muhammad. You're claiming Muhammad released lots of readings, and then Uthman tried to reduce it to one reading. Why is Uthman going against what Muhammad did rather than simply trying to support what Muhammad did?
There is only one language, is Arabic.
Yeah, which Arabic Quran?
What do you mean which Arabic Quran?
I've watched Duri. Which one? Which one is from Muhammad? It's not that simple, Aki. Why isn't it simple? I thought there was only one Quran and all the Muslims had memorized it. He's compared them to one another. They're all different. Not only are they all different, but someone has come along later and re-edited the text. Exactly, he says. Exactly. Yeah. Now just think. Wait, why are you grabbing me? Don't grab me. Don't grab me, bro. And then he became a Christian.
Okay.
And he abandoned Islam. His reasons were that
so he left Christianity.
He left Christianity, became a Muslim, was a Muslim for 2.5 years,
and then went back
to being a Christian.
How long do you think you lost for Christianity?
God willing, for life, but obviously, you know. Yeah, I'm Bob.
Hello, Bob.
How are you doing, sister? You're right.
You're so much nicer than the way you come off with the camera.
Well, the thing is, when I'm
well,
that's because often the reason why I'm having to shout is because I'm being shouted at or I'm being spoken over. But you're obviously very nice and polite, so I can be nice and polite.
It's nice to have a dialogue when you're not shouting.
Exactly.
Okay. So the things that he left his life are the things I was hearing from your video.
Yeah, the things on the video. So his essential arguments were that. No, those were separate things. That was a separate talk. So his reasons were that he found inconsistencies in Islamic theology that he couldn't get answers to. That he saw Jesus as being a better example than Muhammad, and that he was a bit distrustful of the hadiths. He always found the hadiths a bit shaky, but then when he found evidence that the Quran has been changed, that really knocked down everything that he believed about Islam.
So he joined a religion without doing his whole research.
Yeah.
And was it coerced? Where did he join?
No, I don't think he wasn't coerced. He was convinced. Yeah.
But
exactly, that's my problem. We see in the park lots of people become Muslim who don't know the first thing about what they're joining. We see it all the time. People are giving their shahadas and the Muslims say, Allahu Akbar, and then you find out that these people don't actually know a damn thing about what they've just signed up for.
Okay, so why would you do it? Why would you jump to such a big responsibility? That seems, as a logical person, and I'm joining something that's going to change my life, and I want to find guidance, I will make sure I study what I'm looking for.
Do you know what I mean? I totally agree with you. Do you know what Jesus said? Jesus tells this story, he tells a parable, and it's about people becoming Christians. And what he says is, go away and count the cost. No one buys a field without first going away and counting the cost. And that's actually part of Christian faith. We teach that someone becomes a Christian over a year or two and they learn the faith for a year or two before they're baptized. Because we don't want people to make these instant decisions based on emotion. But the thing is, in Islam, the Dawah team here particularly, they'll take, if I was to go up to someone and say, I want to give my shahada, they'd take it like that.
But they'll think you took your time. And the thing is, even Islam, the first thing is educate yourself. When you learn, you can't just jump into deep waters.
But that's exactly what they did with the guy that's just left Islam. Is that they took his shahada without making sure that he understood what he was joining.
But that's not their responsibility. That's their personal responsibility. He just came here for how to join Islam.
So my point is that in Christianity,
if I wanted to join Christianity right now, and I told you I wanted to join Christianity, you would assume that I know what I'm joining.
No, we wouldn't actually. No, well, let me just deal with the lady's question first. Ladies before gents, be polite. So in terms of our faith, if you said I wanted to become a Christian, what we would do is we would plan your baptism a year down the road, and then we would teach you the faith for a year. It's called catechism, and you would be called your position in the church would be a catechumen, and so you would be someone who's a catechumen becoming Christian, and then we would baptize you. At this point, you become Christian.
Okay.
And so we know we would not embrace. You would not become a Christian like that. That is not the Christian way. We don't do that. There you go. And there's another point, to be genuine students of knowledge.
There is. I don't know that you could be a Christian in waiting.
Yeah. They're called catechumens.
content, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Why would someone ask them to convert to Christianity if they're not learning it? Why would someone come to Islam innit, and say, "I'm become Muslim" if they haven't read up on it? It doesn't make sense.
Well, unfortunately, we know that happens a lot.
It happens sometimes. I won't say a lot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it seems that when you look in, do you know what Pew Research is?
Pew Research.
Yeah.
I've got it.
Pew Research, PEW Research. They're a group of academics from around the world that study religion. And in America, they've done a study of those Muslims who are coming into Islam and those who are leaving it. The number of those leaving it is equal to the numbers coming into it. It's a rotating door. Rotating door. Well, you go and argue with Pew Research, bro, because this is their findings, and something tells me you're not an academic and you haven't studied it. So you take it over Pew Research. Take you 2 minutes to Google it.
You can find academics. It depends on how you're looking at it, right? It depends on how you're looking at the findings.
Yeah, so
I can have a finding. I can have a research paper, and you can have a research paper, and we can both have different.
But Pew Research is a collection of academics who work together. They peer review one another's papers and research.
Okay.
So Pew Research, PEW Research. Google it right now. Fact check me if I'm lying. You can embarrass me on camera.
I don't want to embarrass you.
No, you're not going to embarrass me because I'm not lying to you. I'm telling you the truth. So let me just tell you some of the things that Pew Research finds. Pew Research, put your hand up if you think that Christianity is a shrinking religion. I'm just asking you, if you believe that Christianity is a religion that's shrinking. Do you think that? Okay, everyone's gone shy, but normally Muslims will, in the park, say, no, 1 second, sir, 1 second, I'm answering this brother's question, patience please. Age before beauty. So in terms of Pew Research, they show that contrary to what Muslims believe, Christianity is still a growing religion. Contrary to what Muslims believe, Christianity is the fastest growing religion in Africa. Contrary to what Muslims believe, in terms of the number of converts, Christianity is the fastest growing religion. However, Christianity in Europe also has the highest numbers of apostasy, which is the reason why Christianity is not outgrowing Islam. Because the rates of apostasy in Europe are balancing out the rates of conversions that we're making in other places of the world. Pew Research proves that Islam is the fastest growing religion. But it's that, now notice this guy is going, that's not true, that's not true. And then when I said Islam's the fastest growing religion, he's going, yes it is. He's like, I'm quoting Pew Research and he's saying when he doesn't like what he's hearing, it's not true. But then when I say something that he likes, he says that's true. You know what that's called? That's called confirmation bias. Go look it up. Let me finish my answer to the first one. The fact is, Christianity is still a growing religion, and it is growing now faster amongst Muslims than it has ever done in 1400 years of history. There are more Muslims becoming Christians now than at any other time in history.
That would still count, even if people like him who joined and then leave, people didn't know anything about Islam, that would still count.
Yes, that would count, yes. Yes. Yeah, even though lots of Muslims become Muslims without ever researching it.
Sorry, that doesn't. If Muslims leave, and if sorry, I'm sorry.
I can talk for myself.
Yeah, come
I'm just saying that you still count, even though you joined Islam without fully knowing what you were joining, if I'm correct.
I would say that, because you are also privy to the information that people give you as well. And obviously there is a tradition, correct me if you want me to, if you want me to, but if there's something you don't understand within Islam, a common practice is to go to a brother or a sister you trust, like someone with knowledge, and ask them. Something I did quite frequently.
And he also listened to the Islamic Dawah channels for over a year before giving his shahada.
But you didn't go
under a year, just under.
But you didn't go to the source, and the fact that the source that you actually chose to follow, like, you never went back to it.
Okay, that's fair, because I could have done more reading. I won't deny that. However, still, what the information that you get given on these videos here at Speaker's Corner, or even by fellow brothers when you join the fold, should it not be reliable information? Really?
You should. You definitely should.
So if that information proves false, isn't that a reason then to question Islam? For instance, put your hand up if you've been told that there's only one Quran. There you go, all of you. How many of you know about the Hafs, Warsh and Duri Quran?
Hafs, Warsh and Duri?
Yeah, Hafs, Warsh and Duri. Yeah.
I've heard of the different qira'ats and the translations.
Thank you very much. So, and they have different words, don't they?
Meaning the same thing. They have different translations.
No, different words don't mean the same thing. No.
You could translate a word differently.
No, they don't mean the same thing.
No, I know said this. I know said it.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. He said that. Yeah.
That's different translations.
No, they don't.
Different dialects.
Because it's Quran that says king, right? When it says it was speaking about Allah.
Yep.
Yeah. And then it says about
owner.
Yeah, the owner.
Yes.
It's both the same thing.
No, it isn't. They are different words.
In the context that it's speaking about, it says
no, it isn't.
the same thing.
No, it isn't, because one says king and one says owner. Those are not the same words.
That's what I'm saying.
Let me ask you this question:
It expresses the same thing in the same context.
Is every owner a king? No. Is every king an owner?
Yes.
No. There are dethroned kings. There are kings who are dispossessed.
Okay, but when we're talking about that context, it makes sense. It makes sense and it expresses the same thing.
What about?
Listen. That's not what I'm saying. I was saying different qira'ats and different translation. Arabic is a very rich language. You can have words that means many different things, and that's the whole point of the Quran.
No,
that's not different.
If I get this whole argument, the Arabic language is a rich language, etc. However, the Quran does make the claim it's from God.
Yes.
So now, when it makes this claim, surely we can't have a situation where there are different words popping up. Because it's meant to be Allah's unchanged word. It's meant to be His eternal word.
So why has it got different words?
Sorry, the most important word, consistent word. But it doesn't have.
I just explained why it is because there's different translations of the Quran.
No, we're talking about the Arabic. We're not talking about the English. We're talking about Arabic.
There's no difference. In Arabic, there's no different words.
No, there are. There are. I'll give you an example. You can Google this right now. Google it right now. Pull it up on YouTube. There is a channel run by a doctor called Dr. Daniel Brubaker, and he's looked at all the oldest copies of the Quran. The nine oldest copies of the Quran. He's compared them to one another. They're all different. Not only are they all different, but someone has come along later and re-edited the text to insert words. Yes, you need to watch it.
I'll come back to you next week.
Yes, that's absolutely fine. You do that.
Give him the name of the channel, Variant Quran.
Yeah, by Dr. Daniel Brubaker. And just to help you prepare for this debate, you should also look at Keith E. Small, Textual Variants of the Quran.
Variants of the Quran.
Textual Variants of the Quran.
What's the first one?
Dr. Daniel Brubaker, who has a YouTube channel called Variants of the Quran, Textual Variants.
Daniel, how do you spell Brubaker?
Yeah.
The winners of wars will change from here to the agenda. You can see how the Quran can be changed because winners of wars will change into their own agenda.
They changed it.
But I think that is not.
It was changed during the Ottoman period. The Ottoman Turks did it.
I can see that.
Well, there wasn't a standardized Quran until the 1920s. Is it the
1920s? Well, there was an attempt to standardize it. Yeah, go on, sir.
I saw you're speaking about how the people that leave Islam are the same amount.
In America, in the United States.
Only in America?
In the United States, yeah.
I thought it's Quran is only one. Listen, we don't know this guy.
So what? So what? Get to know him.
We don't care about him. We're not gonna follow
Well, if you don't care, then why are you even?
And he came in Arabic, and he's saying Arabic.
So what?
That's it.
Yeah, and there's different.
And he's
There's
saying
different
nine.
Arabic
There is a nine.
Qurans. There's different Arabic.
There is
Qurans.
only one language, is Arabic.
Yeah, which Arabic Quran?
The Arabic normal.
Which Arabic Quran?
What do you mean which Arabic?
I've asked Warsh, Duri, which one? Which one is from Muhammad?
Muhammad released more than one readings of the Quran.
I released more than one.
That was different.
So when Uthman had all, what did Uthman do then?
He's going to talk about the burning.
No, Quran.
He's going to talk, so he knows about it.
The burning.
Yeah, the burning. So if Muhammad released more than one Quran, and then Uthman burnt all the variants, why did Uthman burn all the other variants?
Because they wanted to put it in like a one. No, I've seen this argument before.
Yeah.
They wanted to put it all in one simple reading. Yes.
So
they did not change it. They did not change it.
But if they burnt all the other readings and reduced it to one, yeah, right? then why are they going against what you're claiming Muhammad did? You're claiming Muhammad released lots of readings, and then Uthman tried to reduce it to one reading. Why is Uthman going against what Muhammad did rather than simply trying to support what Muhammad did? Square that circle for me. Wait, he said more than one. You're saying one.
Only one. He didn't say.
Yeah, he said more than one.
I didn't say there was more than one.
He said more than one reading. Is what you said.
That's not.
You said more than one
That
reading.
does not equate to more Quran.
Right.
It does not.
What you believe? You're Christian.
Yeah, of course.
How many Bible there is? How many
Do we
Bible?
I'll answer that question. That's absolutely fine. Christians have different numbers, different books in the Bible. There are textual variants in the Bible. Yeah, but please notice, I know about all of this stuff. I'm not troubled by any of it. Do you know why? One second. Let's do one question at a time, bro. Cool yourself. Yeah. The fact of the matter is, we don't believe about the Bible what you believe about the Quran. What you believe about the Quran means that textual variance in the Quran is a problem. What we believe about the Bible means that textual variance in the Bible is not a problem. We believe different things about our books.
You don't believe in the Bible.
Did I say that? Right, so we believe in the Bible, right? But if you're going to compare, our Bible stands kind of somewhere between how you see the hadiths and how you see the Quran. No, hold on. No, stop. No, you're asking me about what I believe as a Christian and allow me to explain it. So don't interrupt, because I already know what you believe about the Quran, and that's why I know that textual variance amongst Quranic manuscripts is a problem. If you're saying that the Quran is an eternal, unchanged, uncreated book that was revealed directly by Allah to Angel Gabriel, to Muhammad, and then written down by scribes, he says yes. So I do know what Muslims believe about the Quran. But if those Qurans are different, then that means that the human has interfered in the transmission of the text. But Christians don't believe that about the Bible. One second, I'm still answering your first question. Christians don't believe, because you keep interrupting. Don't interrupt then, and then I don't need to raise my voice. I only have to raise my voice because Muslims consistently interrupt. Allow me to finish my point. So as Christians, what are you doing right now? What's he doing right now? You're saying that you don't, but what is he doing right now? Yes. Do you notice, week after week after week, we just find cognitive dissonance amongst Muslims? They're literally standing there interrupting me, and the Muslim next to him is literally saying, no, we don't interrupt. So, let me answer the question about the Bible. So let me answer your question about the Bible. We believe that the Bible is inspired by God's Spirit, but it is the words of men. That's what we believe. That is what I'm inviting you to believe. I'm not inviting you to believe something like Islam. I'm inviting you to believe in something that is different to Islam. Really? Do you?
But I don't believe in your Bible. It has changed.
So now you're just contradicting yourself.
Yeah, I believe in the Bible.
You've just said, I believe in the Bible, and then you said, I don't believe in your Bible. So you don't believe in the Bible then?
It has changed.
Brother, you're saying it's changed. Prove it.
There is a New Testament and Old Testament. I don't have knowledge, but I know for a fact it has changed.
Right, listen to what he just said. I don't have knowledge. The Bible has changed. There is an Old Testament and a New Testament.
Exactly.
Do you listen?
That's showing you that it has changed.
Did you? The Christians are laughing at you.
No, but
the Christians are laughing at you. Listen to your logic. I don't have knowledge. The Bible has changed. There's an Old Testament and a New Testament. That's his argument. You don't know what you're talking about. Christians believe in the Old Testament and the New Testament as the Bible. Yeah, do we? Oh, he says he doesn't.
No, they don't.
They don't.
I'm a Christian and they
right.
say we
Are
don't
you a
believe in
Christian?
Old
Yes.
Testament.
Do you believe in the New Testament and the Old Testament? Yes.
No,
I'm a Christian. I believe in the New Testament and the Old Testament. You're a Christian. Do you believe in the New Testament and the Old Testament?
Of course, yes.
Brother, do you believe in the New Testament and the Old Testament?
Yes.
No, they don't.
See, you're a Christian. Do you believe in the New Testament and the Old Testament? So he's lying.
I'm not saying he's lying, but
oh wait.
Christian, they don't believe on it.
So you've just had, go please. So you've just had Christian, all tell you, oh, just for the camera, so you were all lying. All lying. This is what the Muslim is saying. This is the kind of ridiculous logic that is used by Muslims to sustain their arguments against Christianity. Not any real study. He's literally just said he doesn't have any knowledge. So, answer this question. Christians believe in the New Testament and the Old Testament. Yeah? Right. There we go. Okay, good. They see that's listening.
No, I'm trying to get
right.
the point.
Chris, you said that the Bible has been changed, right? To show that the Bible has been changed, you have to be able to show me the autograph. Do you know what an autograph is?
Yeah, I know. I'll prove it to you. Finish your question, I'll prove it to you.
Okay, he's going to prove it to me. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are going to substantiate...
Don't talk to the crowd.
I'm talking to everybody. If you are going to substantiate... Do you want to listen to the answer or not?
No, you're speaking, but you're talking to the crowd.
Yeah, I'm making sure everyone can hear me.
No, nobody can.
Do you want to listen?
Yeah, go
right,
ahead.
okay.
Quick.
So for you to substantiate that the Bible is corrupt, what you need to do is you need to produce the original document and do the comparison. Now he said he's going to prove that the Bible is corrupt, which means that he's going to show the original Injil and the original Torah and the original Zabur so that we can do the comparison and see that they are corrupt. Go on, prove it.
No, you put...
No, they're not proof.
The first Bible came in the Greek language, alright?
Yeah?
Yeah, do you have it? Hold on, do you have it?
The original autographs? No, we don't have the original autographs. Right, hold on.
Exactly.
Right, exactly he says. Exactly. Now just think...
So you don't have
wait, why are you grabbing me? Don't grab me.
No touchy.
Don't grab me, bro. Why are you grabbing me? Control yourself. Keep your hands to yourself. Relax. Keep your hands to yourself. Yeah? So, he says exactly. Try it. He says exactly. He says exactly because we don't have the original autographs. But the fact of the matter is, if you don't have the original autographs, you have nothing to compare, so you can't say that the original was lost. Because if you don't have the original to look at, you can't prove that the original was lost. You can only prove that the original was lost if you have the original and then what came later, and the two are different. But no Muslim can produce the original autographs. So they are lying to you when they say that we can prove that the Bible has been corrupted. They are lying to you because nobody has the original autographs. Not the Christians, not the Muslims, not the Jews. Which means we can't make the comparison. But here's what we do know. We know that there's over 5,000 Greek manuscripts. We know that there's over 10,000 Latin manuscripts. We know that there are over 5,000 manuscripts in ancient Slavonic, in ancient Coptic, in ancient Syriac, in ancient Gothic, and amongst a number of other languages, including Ethiopian. We know that these manuscripts were transmitted independently of one another. And we know some other things. We know that these manuscripts demonstrate that the problem that Christians really face is not that the original has been lost, but that over 2,000 years of copying, the text has picked up some extra words here and there, like the Adulterae Pericope, or the Comma Johannan, or the longer reading of Mark. We know where these extra words are. We know when they were introduced. We are able to find their lineage, and we're able to be honest about the textual variants. The problem that Christians face isn't that we've lost the originals, it's that the originals are there with extra words. That is the problem that we face. That's the real problem of textual criticism. The reality is, brothers and sisters, that the Muslims have been lied to by their scholars, because the scholars are not being honest about what textual criticism actually reveals. Textual criticism actually reveals the stability of the text. That's what it really reveals. Not that the text has been lost, but that the text is there with some extra words. But textual criticism is now being done to the Quran. And one of those same textual scholars found about the Quran that there are different Qurans. Daniel Brubaker has identified different Qurans. Dr. R. Puyin of Germany has identified different Qurans. Dr. Keith E. Small has identified different Qurans. Muhammad Hijab asked Dr. Yasser Qadhi. He said to him, Dr. Qadhi, if I give you a mushaf, could you write down what was revealed by Muhammad? A mushaf is just a blank book that you write the Quran on. Now Yasser Qadhi should have just said, yes, of course we can, because we've all memorized the Quran and we can just write it down and there's only one Quran. What did he actually say in reply to Muhammad Hijab's question? He said, don't push me. It's not that simple, Aki. It's not that simple. Why isn't it simple? I thought there was only one Quran and all the Muslims had memorized it. So why does Yasser Qadhi, an expert of the Quran, say that you can't just take a blank book and write down what Muhammad revealed? I'll tell you why. Because he knows that there are variants as well, and we can't trace those variants back to Muhammad. That's why he said that. I'm sorry, I can't hear you through your scarf. I can't hear you through your scarf. I can't hear him through his scarf. What? Say again?
Bro.
So, guys, if you have been told that there is only one Quran, you have been lied to. If you have been told that the Bible has been corrupted and cannot be trusted, you have been lied to. I challenge any Muslim to show me a doctrine, a fundamental doctrine of the Christian faith that is compromised by a textual variant. Show me one. You can't. Can you? You can. Great. Oh, you can't. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, bring one. Bring one. Bring one. Bring one that can listen to the question fairly, though. The question is, can you bring me a textual variant that compromises a fundamental doctrine of the Christian faith? Just one. Of course you can. He asks me why I'm speaking. That's fine. I'm speaking because as a Christian, I see the regular Muslims. You see, he's not listening, so that's I'll talk to the crowd. I see the Muslims who come here regularly in the park. Muhammad Hijab, Hashim, Mansour, Shamsi, and Hamza, and they attack the Christian faith all the time, week in and week out. So as a Christian, if they can attack my faith, I can attack their faith. My faith says that I should love everyone, but it doesn't say that I have to love ideas. It doesn't say that I have to love beliefs. It doesn't say that I have to love doctrines. And if those beliefs and those ideas and those doctrines are against my religion, then I can attack it. And I can defend my religion, and that is why I'm here. Yes.
I don't know where exactly. So online. Let's say I don't believe what you believe. I don't believe the textual variation.
So the brother quotes a verse in the New Testament accurately that says that we should have no fellowship with those who are outside of the apostolic faith, that we shouldn't even bring a false teacher into our homes. There are people who are calling themselves Christians, Jehovah's Witnesses, Mormons, Oneness Pentecostals, Unitarians. these people are not Christians and we should have no fellowship with them. Don't even bring them into your home. A Christian is one who believes in the apostolic faith of the one holy Catholic and Apostolic Church. That is a Christian.
So what you say is true?
Yes, what he's saying is true. Yeah. But now, let's just look at what Islam says. Islam says, fight the unbeliever until they say the Shahada, until they pray as the Muslims pray, until they pay the zakat, or until they feel themselves subdued. So he thinks he's proven a point by quoting from the Bible that says have no fellowship with those who are not of the faith. But his religion teaches him to make war against the unbeliever. Your turn. What was your question?
Faith, hope and charity. Textual variation on charity. The original translation was love.
Charity and love. Agape can be translated as charity or love. Both are accurate translations.
No, there's a great difference between charity and love. Textual variation. You asked for one. I give you one.
You
asked for one.
No, I didn't. Firstly, right. Well, let's just deal with that.
You asked me to be a Muslim to give you one.
No, I didn't. So let me just deal with it. The brother has made the argument that there is a textual variation between faith, hope and love or faith, charity and love. This is in Corinthians. Now, the brother doesn't know the word agape can be translated accurately as love or as charity. Why? Because agape is an act of selfless giving to another person without reciprocation. And what do you call the act of giving to someone selflessly without the hope of reciprocation? You call it charity. You can call it love or charity. You're talking... No, it's not a textual variant of the Greek. It is a translation variant of English. You don't know. The word in Greek is the same. It's agape. Try again.
No, the Greek. What about the Hebrew?
The Greek, what about the Hebrew? Brother, the New Testament was written in Greek, not Hebrew.
And that's where we're taking it. Faith, hope and charity.
Yes, it comes from the Greek. The New Testament comes... So, do you want to give another one, or perhaps you would like to concede that maybe you're not as well informed as you think you are?
He's on me. He's on me.
Is it possible that, given the example that you've used and the statements that you've made, that like so many people who dismiss Christianity, you don't know as much as you think you do?
Of course I don't know as much as I think I do.
There
it's
you
a
go.
ridiculous thing to state.
There you go.
It's a ridiculous thing
there
to
you
state.
Go.
Of course I don't.
So brother, my challenge to you and my challenge to everyone is to bring me a textual variant that fundamentally compromises one of the fundamental doctrines of the Christian faith. If you can't do that, then your arguments about textual variants invalidating the Christian faith are flawed.
What about...
So, try again.
I'm vaguely... The Philoquet.
The Philoquet is in the Creed. It is not in the New Testament.
Yeah, and it caused how many wars? And is it Nicaea that they decide upon?
So firstly, the Philoquet is connected to the creeds. I'm not asking about the creeds. I'm asking... No, I'm not. All the way from the beginning, the debate and the discussion has been about the Bible. The Bible is not the Creed of Nicaea.
We'll leave that out.
So there's second attempt.
Well, that one I'll take as a win.
How do you take that as a win? We're talking about the Bible. There you go. It's like I lost the point, but I'm going to claim victory anyway. This is the example of playing chess against a pigeon. He basically struts across the chessboard, knocks over all the pieces, shits on the board, and then says, "I won!"
It's a bit harsh, but okay. Yeah, we're good.
So I'll ask you again.
I'm racking my brain.
Okay. Is it possible?
I don't have my...
Is it possible, brother?
I know less than I think I know. Yes, of course.
So maybe...
Stop with that.
Maybe what this invites you to do is to think again, to look again. at the Christian faith?
Well, yes, of course, I do it daily. I assure you. There's no issue there. Yes. But there are. I will find another. Carry on.
Okay. So, the challenge to the Muslims who can hear my voice, the challenge to Muslims who read this. The Christian faith does not depend upon the Bible. That is a fact. You don't believe me? Read the first 4 verses of Luke. Theophilus believed in the gospel before the Gospel of Luke was written. So he didn't need the Gospel of Luke to believe the gospel. So your challenge then is to find me a textual variant that compromises a fundamental doctrine of the Christian faith. Okay, the heretic wants to do that. Come.